The appeal before the Caribbean Court of Justice focused on the voir dire conducted by the trial judge. The critical issue was whether it could reasonably be said that an adverse finding on Manzanero's credibility made by the trial judge at the conclusion of the voir dire resulted in Manzanero having been denied a fair trial. The judgment of the court was delivered by President Saunders and by Justice Rajmukli. The court held that accused persons should receive from a judge sitting alone a trial that appears to be no less fair than they would have received at a jury trial. It did not automatically follow that in a judge-alone trial, where a trial judge has made an adverse finding on the credibility of the accused on the voir dire, or has heard evidence which was prejudicial to or indicative of the guilt of the accused, that the accused is denied a fair trial if the judge arrives at a guilty verdict. An appellate court must, however, be satisfied that the trial judge, in determining the guilt of the accused, did not carry over to her deliberations on the main trial any adverse findings on the credibility of the accused, or was not improperly influenced in arriving at a guilty verdict by evidence which was prejudicial to or indicative of the guilt of the accused and not ultimately admitted into evidence. In this case, having ruled on the voir dire and proceeded on the main trial, the trial judge analyzed very carefully and thoroughly the evidence of the prosecution. She did not arrive at her fact-finding conclusions only on the basis of the credibility of the sole witness for the prosecution, that is Daisy. She properly explained why she accepted Daisy's evidence. The trial judge also accurately and faithfully considered the defense, and in particular, the unsworn statement of the accused. She scrutinized the several matters raised in that statement, explaining why she did not accept it. She continued to bear in mind that Manzanero had nothing to prove. She found that the prosecution evidence had made her feel sure and left her without any reasonable doubt that Manzanero intentionally and without lawful justification caused the fatal harm to the deceased. In the circumstances, the trial judge's analysis of the evidence could not be impeached. The appeal was dismissed, and the decision of the Court of Appeal to affirm Manzanero's conviction was upheld.